You all know what Donkey Kong is. I don't need a 10-minute long segment explaining that fucking radar game or the rights to Popeye. What really stands out to me is the level design. Donkey Kong is the first game to have really solid levels. Yeah, sure, games had levels, but they were usually just mazes of some description. Be they randomly generated, set in stone, or some asshole who thought it would be funny to make me spell out his initials. Being a worshiper at the altar of game design and living on a steady diet of GDC talks, I can recognize that many of the principles used to create the levels are still common practice today. It's ridiculously impressive that Nintendo were able to pull all this out of their ass and present it in such a tight and finished package. The levels have amazing variety, utilize their mechanics well, and they teach you the game without treating you like a dumb baby. I should mention that Donkey Kong is a storytelling pioneer. That's not nearly as impressive as the design, but it's still well done. Alright, so let's pop a quarter in this bitch, see what happens. The action in the cutscene moves up towards the top of the screen, so you're still looking there when the game starts. And then, when you're confused about where the game is, your eyes have to travel all the way down to the bottom. You're here, at the bottom, and you gotta get up there. That's a lot of plot for an arcade game. That's a lot of plot for a video game, period. Even RPGs of this era didn't really have, characters or much of a plot outside of killing the big bad. Something like Pac-Man has, a character, Missile Command has themes, but that's about all you're getting for 1981. So you got 3 distinct characters, conflict between them, a unique art style, and a plot to justify the action. Hey, you know why Mario's a plumber? Because we're trying to lay some fucking pipe. Let's get up there. Okay, so I'm 8, and I don't know how an enjoyment input device works. So if you do nothing, and you don't move from the starting point, you get barreled by Conky Donk. Well, okay, so I guess this is a game about moving then. Alright, now on Life 2, you're gonna dodge that thing. Now, what is this thing? Like a ladder, or like a shelf, or... BAM! You get fireballed. I guess I shouldn't try out broken ladders then. I guess they don't work. Okay, so now I guess you have enough skills to get up to the next layer. What's this freaking hammer looking thing? Maybe I should try something. Well, let's see here. Oh, shit. Okay, so I guess that's how I jump. So you have the hammer now, but it doesn't end up being useful until the end of its life. Okay, so the first layer teaches you how to move. The second layer teaches you how to jump. And so the third layer is where the game actually starts. The jumping is put to the test here, and this is where the barrels make their first appearance. The game properly lets you loose here. There's an easy ladder to get to on the next layer, so it progresses really fast and you feel like you're slamming through the game. If the pacing of the level was a roller coaster, this would be the part where you start going down really fast. It's not long before progress comes to a halt for the final stretch. This last section is the final exam for all of the mechanics. It slows down to an absolute crawl before you get to the end. This was always the most difficult part for me, and most of my deaths on this level came from right here. Bring back my bitch, you big bastard. Alright, level 2. Hey, this isn't level 2. Time for Kailovsky's obligatory version confusion segment. So there's this Japanese version and an American version. The most significant difference is the order of the levels. You see, in the Japanese version, the levels go in order. 1, 2, 3, 4. Starts with the first one, ends with the last one. Starts at the start, ends at the end. You know, like how a thing should be. I don't know if they thought that Americans were too stupid to comprehend a story, or maybe Shigeru just saw Pulp Fiction for the first time, but for whatever reason, the levels are total nonsense. It goes level 1, level 4, level 1, level 3, level 4, level 1, 2, 3, 4. This is too awful, too long, too hard, and I just hate it. Anyway, so this is level 2 for me because I'm a stupid snow Mexican. It's a sandbox level. There's no forward, no backward. Just free reign, main objectives, and side objectives. You gotta remove these little rivets and dunk Donkey. Getting Her Royal Highness's matched luggage is pointless because that shit doesn't give you enough points to justify the time spent. Okay, Donkey Kong is Donkey gone and I can reclaim my property. Back at level 1 now, there's no hand-holding this time. I want to take a moment to appreciate the controls. Mario has very fluid animations. There's no abrupt shifts or any jankiness. I really like his cute little butt when he climbs up over a ledge though. The audio design is great too. Each step has this distinct little doink, and the jump sound is fantastic. The music that plays when you get the hammer and the sound for hopping a barrel activates my monkey brain. Kong's laugh is suitably grating on the ears. I remember when I was a kid I was really turned off by this sound. Anyway, level 2 and 3 exist. They've got great visual and mechanical variety. I don't want to go over them in as much detail, but you've got these spring things which are unique, and the level goes right and then up and then left. In preparation for this video, I watched The King of Kong, and the good guy in that movie explains this system for getting past the springs. I gotta say, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. They move like this. They move like this. They're so easy to avoid, I never die to them. Oh yeah, and fall damage. You can't fall more than 3 fucking feet. I'm serious.